So in the steps of ghusl, you'll notice that there are only two steps that are considered obligatory. They are on this first page. It's shaded in dark gray. And the second one is on the second page. It's shaded also in dark gray. The first one is the intention. And the second one is washing the entire body with water. Okay. So the person has to make the intention. They cannot perform any other step without first making it. Then they have to make sure that the water reaches every part of their body. So these steps are obligatory when performing ghusl. If someone does not perform either one of them, their ghusl is invalid. All the other steps are voluntary, meaning one is not required to do so. If they are not performed, it will not invalidate the ghusl. Another point in this lesson that I wanted to clarify is if you look at point number 3, it says washing the private part. It also lists this step as voluntary. So you don't have to do it. But then if you look at number 7, which is on the second page, it says washing the entire body with water. And this step, as we just mentioned, is a pillar. It's obligatory. So washing the entire body with water includes the private part, right? That's the obvious conclusion that anyone will make when they read that. So really, washing the private part is obligatory. So why is number 3, washing the private part on its own, listed as voluntary? And just to avoid any confusion with this, step number 3 of washing the private part is a separate step from step number 7 of washing the entire body. Meaning, so if someone starts, his ghusl, he makes his intention to perform ghusl, first step. Then they start by washing the palms and the hands 2 or 3 times. Then he goes on to wash his private part. This step is considered voluntary when done as a step on its own. But by the end, the person had to make sure that their entire body was washed, including their private part. So washing the private part on its own is a separate step, and it is voluntary. Also, in step 4, it says, touch the wall or the floor with the hand 2 or 3 times. And this is a voluntary step in ghusl. And I wanted to clarify this because it may not seem that people may understand it just by reading it. This is if the wall has like sand on it, which I believe is not common nowadays in households to have like sand on the shower wall. I believe back in the day, it was more common to be found, but it's the same idea of like tayammum, which is what we'll learn inshallah later on. It's performed with pure sand. So here, if there happens to be pure sand on the wall or floor, that the person can touch it 2 or 3 times when performing the steps as a voluntary step. Okay, and I believe that is everything that I wanted to clarify in this lesson. Jazakallah khairan. We have concluded the rituals on what are the steps of ghusl. Jazakallah khairan.